All right, so today I am here to tell you guys that I am done with Forex trading. I'm saying bye bye to Forex trading. In fact, these are my last trades which I took on Euro USD. I'm sure you'll be wondering why. I'm going to tell you that very soon. But if you're not subscribed to the channel, do what to hit that subscribe button. And yeah, a like, a comment, I would appreciate that. Okay. Now, to the reason why I'm saying bye bye to Forex trading. In fact, before that, I just want to say a very big thank you to all my subscribers, my students, both old and new students, even those who signed up for the upcoming bootcamp. Thank you all so much. All my followers on all my socials, on Instagram, on my Telegram page, YouTube, wherever, okay, TikTok. Thank you, thank you, thank you so much for your support. In fact, the journey has not been easy, but I just have to say goodbye. All right. And yes, the reason is because the reason why I'm saying goodbye to Forex, you guys can bear with me, or you can attest to the fact that we have just about 11 days for 2025 to end, right? And we are going to begin a new year. And so, with that in mind, I just have to bring every trading activity to a halt and go and enjoy life a little. So for those of you who think that I have actually stopped, in fact, I have not stopped. Where am I going to? I don't have anywhere to go. It's Forex or nothing anyway. So yeah, I have stopped trading though, but just for 2025. So 2025, I have halted every trading activity, but I just want to quickly take you through this particular trades which I took, these last trades which I took for 2025. Okay, I'm still going to be your favorite day trader, right? But then 2025, every trading has halted. We're going to come back in 2026 January. With that being said, I just want to let you guys know that I have announced on my Instagram for a very long time for the next January bootcamp. In fact, registration is ongoing. A lot of people have registered, okay? And so you still have a chance from now to 12th of January 2026 to book a slot, all right? Yes, so if you're interested, hit me up on my Instagram page, on my Telegram page, even through my email, book a slot, and let me teach you my strategy in January 2026, okay? So with that being said, let's talk about these two trades. In fact, this one is my utmost concern. So let's look at this. How did I get this beautiful last but one trade of 2025? So real quick, I'm going to start from the higher time frame, daily. Everybody can attest to the fact that we have a low that created a high on the daily time frame, and so everybody can say that daily is bullish, and we can all see that we are coming from like a daily point of interest. Even though we didn't tap into that point of interest, it was a beautiful one. Not just that, we have internal structures making like highs, lows, highs, lows, highs, lows, and so this happened to be my last internal structural high that created my internal structural low, and we went to break structure right in here. And you guys know me already. I know very well that the moment price takes out any structural point, there's a higher tendency that price should do what? Will make a retracement to certain levels. All right, I don't necessarily need to like capitalize on the retracement all the way till it's done. No. If I'm able to identify it from the higher time frame, my entries are always on what? Lower time frames. And so even if price is going to make like a little movement from here to here, I could still get some beautiful 1:5 or beautiful 1:10. Okay, so right in here, this is the low, okay, that created this high after the break of structure. Once I see this, I'm in H4, nothing crazy like that. Okay, so you realize that the trade came after the high has already been taken. Okay, now right in here on H4, we can see a beautiful high, a beautiful low, sorry, that created an internal structural high. Now this high, depending on what you are looking at, if you are considering what is happening to the left, we can say high, low, high, low, high, and a low, which means we're going to see a break of structure over here. This is a low, this is a high, this is a low, and this is a high, and this is the low, and this is also potentially, so before this price action builds, this is going to be your what, your high. Okay, and another thing is that if you're not considering anything to your left, then this high is not a true high, except when price has what come to make this one. So after this one is built like this, if we go above this high, then we can now say this is a low, this is a high, this is a low, and this is also a high. Good. So having this in mind, I know that this is my focus low and my focus high. So right from here, I knew that we've broken this structural point and we can expect price to do what? To make a retracement into at least this point of interest over here. But you guys know me, all the time, even though I'm anticipating what, a retracement after price has what, broken structure, but the intraday needs to confirm that indeed price wants to make the retracement, and that is exactly what I did. Even though I'm looking for that retracement, what is the intraday saying in this area? Very, very simple. Okay, so once I know this, I can just step onto M15. In fact, even before I step onto M15, what we can do is that if you feel this leg is too big for you to analyze, you can break it into two. So in here, we can see a low that created a high, another last low, which created a high, which means instead of price dropping all the way to the downside, we can first look at this POY. Very, very simple. So having this in mind, I can step on towards intraday, which is M15, and look at what the intraday is seeing. Now watch this. This was what price was doing, I think, before the week ended. So right in here, everybody can see that we had a high. This is the last low that created a high, and this guy had been taken out nicely. Okay, now after that takeout, we know that this is a high, this is my low, then we made a retracement. So this is my high, this is the last low. Not just that, we came to change intent, which means this is my low, this is my high, this is my low, and this becomes my last high. So as of Friday, this was the last high that created, sorry, the last low that created the high. So at least I know that if I wake up Monday morning, either this low is broken and then we continue the move to the downside, like into that POY that we drew earlier, or we still respect that POY, this low over here, we still respect it, and then price goes ahead to break this high and even further to take out this high. Very, very simple. Okay, so having that in mind, I knew that this is what I'm looking for. So when I woke up early in the morning, we all can see that this low was never taken out. Okay, so we can put a line right in there and you're going to see it. Very, very nice. We never took out that low. Okay, it was a price respected that low. Very, very clean. You don't need to stress yourself. So right in there, that is where my entry came from. You guys know, in fact, the traditional SMC trader, okay, the normal SMC trader is going to say low, high, POY, and then they're also going to say low, internal structure, low, high, low, switch. So this will be the normal confirmation for the traditional SMC trader, which means they will be entering this trade around here, and they're going to put their stop loss, let's say, around below this Asian low. You guys know me, we don't take PUIs from Asian highs or Asian lows, okay, simply because 80% of the time is going to fail. Very, very simple. So instead of joining in here, what do? I just wait for price to sweep this Asian session low. Very, very simple. You don't need to stretch yourself. So once this low is swept, we can now step down into lower time frame. So we have two different kinds of entries. Personally, my entry was on M1. I'm going to show you real quick. So if I step onto M1, how did I get my entry? So this is the M1 time frame. Watch this. Very, very simple. You don't need to stress yourself. This is where I'm saying that traditional SMC traders will be taking out. I mean, every traditional SMC trader knows that when price taps into a POY, they are waiting for price to break like this, to change intent or to change character, and then return to the POY. Then they can buy from here. Okay, but if you are my student, you know we don't take entries with traditional SMC traders. No, so it's either we are waiting for traditional SMC traders to be taken out, then we take our trades, or where traditional SMC traders are not even thinking of entering our trades, then we can come in with our magic entry. Very, very simple. So in here we can see a break. I mean, if it is this guy or whichever way we are looking at it, even though people can enter from here. Okay, we can have people entering from here because they see this break, and you can see price just made a move, came for them nicely. Now watch this. Even after price came for them, if I zoom in, you're going to see another one. In here we have a high that created a low, broken. So still SMC present. We don't want to be in the same entry position with traditional SMC guys. So what happens? We take them out once again. This is where I now come in with my entry, and that is how I got my beautiful entry, which was a magic entry. If you want to learn about this kind of entries, trust me, slots are still opened for the January bootcamp. Don't miss out on this. Don't miss out on this. Okay, good. So that was how I got my entry, exactly on time, everything perfect. Traditional SMC traders taking out, price still be respecting the setup. Okay, this last low that I marked over there, you guys remember the last low that I marked from Friday, still being respected. That was my entry. Very, very simple. You don't need to stress yourself. And then we had price pushing all the way to the top. My first TP definitely is going to be this high. Okay, if I want to take partials for like 1:3, or ultimately to this high over here for like 1:5 and above. But you can see that I have my TP up to this point. Why is that? So go to H4, and you're going to see that I had this beautiful POI that I marked. I actually marked it from the daily time frame. You don't need to stress yourself. So that was it. So I knew that even though this guy is supposed to be taken out, it could give us what, a little reaction. So even before price got in there, I need to just get out. So that is why I decided to take TP over there. I'm going to show you the MT5 screenshot very soon. And once I was done with that on Monday, so this trade was taken on Monday, and you can see I held it through to Tuesday, where I hit my TP for like 15 hour. And then Wednesday, I decided to come in with another trade. Very, very simple. So watch this. It's not supposed to be difficult. This is my last high that was created. So this is the low. We went ahead to take out the high. We made a retracement. This is now the new low that has created a high. So what am I looking at? Intraday is still bullish until price came down on Tuesday and took out this low over here. This point, which was broken, doesn't have anything like Asian lows or even equal lows. So if that is the case, this is a true break of structure, even though it was taken out by a wick. Very, very simple. So what am I expecting? After this break of structure, I am expecting price to make a deeper retracement into at least this origin or this decision. But price didn't do that. And then lo and behold, we started pushing from here. By Wednesday, we formed a beautiful low. So I know we are bearish. So this is a PUY, which I can look to sell from. Very, very simple. With this trade, I didn't even bother myself to go on to lower time frames, because even still on the M15 PUY, the stop loss was so good. 6 pips stop loss. Very, very simple. It was okay for me. My highest stop loss is 10 pips. I don't go above 10 pips when I'm dealing with currencies. The only time I go above 10 pips is when I'm dealing with gold. Okay, so if I'm dealing with currencies, I don't go above 10 pips. So right in here, what were my confluences? We have the PUY marked. We came right into the PUY. What have I seen? Asian high has been induced. Very, very simple. And just like I said, I didn't need to go on to lower time frames and do this. 2 pip stop loss. No, I have grown. Okay, I have grown. So once I see this, I'm like, this is good to go. And I took that nicely. I was targeting 1:10, but you guys can see what price did to me right in here. In fact, I even had another entry from here. So my trades were looking like this that particular Thursday, like this. But when we got to like 1:5 on this, even though I'd taken some partials, I also took some partials. price just came for me nicely with the remaining volume, and that was how I ended 2025. It has been a very, very beautiful one, and I'm hoping that next year is going to be so greater and bigger. If you want to join the family, if you want to join this group, okay, if you want to join my team, like I said earlier, slots are opened. Bootcamp starts on 13th January. Okay, it's gonna be a Monday, either 12 or 13th January. Yes, and I'm going to be teaching my strategy from top to how I make my entries. You're gonna have access to my Discord, my private Discord, where I share setups. You're gonna have access to personally customized indicators, which helps us. I mean, if you look at my chart like this, I don't show everything here. No, unless you are my student, I will never show you all the indicators and tools that I use. All right, and it is not wrong to use indicators anyway. No, it is never wrong to use indicators. So I have personalized, customized tools and indicators that I use to help my trading become so simple and effective. And so if you join the team, I'm going to give you access to all these tools, and you can also use them to, take great trades. I hope you found value in this video. In fact, if I startled you a bit from the beginning where I said I've stopped trading, forgive me. I have not stopped trading. I am not going anywhere. I have no plan B. This is all we have. I've been doing this for a very long time, and so yes, we are going to continue this, and hopefully next year is going to be so massive than what this year did for us. I hope you found value in this video. If you did, give this video a thumbs up, leave a like and a comment in the comment section. See you in 2026. Cheers.